This is the plaintiff, Brian Carmo. He says his cousin, the defendant, borrowed money from him before Christmas last year. Promised to pay him back, but didn't, so now they're here. It's funny, he had just cashed his paycheck, took the money and hung it on the tree in his front yard as a joke to his wife about money growing on trees, and that's when his cousin showed up, catching him off guard, so he loaned it to him. He's suing for $60, the amount owed. This is the defendant, Sean Cordwell. He says plaintiff recently got married, and now his new wife's making him come after him for the money he received as a gift. When the plaintiff approached him, he was like, "Are you serious?" Now he's actually suing for $60 in court? Oh, well, knock yourself out. He'll tell it to the judge. He's accused of causing a cousin calamity.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says his cousin stiffed him after he loaned him some hard-earned money, but the defendant says the plaintiff's new wife is behind this, and it was a gift. It's the case of, relatively speaking, you're a deadbeat.
Thank you, Douglas. Brian Carmo.
Yes, ma'am.
You are suing your cousin Sean Cordwell for $60 that you loaned him that he apparently doesn't seem to be able or willing to pay back.
Correct.
Okay. Tell me what happened.
It was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. My wife had just got back from work with the kids. Sean had been waiting for her to show up because he wanted to talk to both of us. So when she got there, we went upstairs, and previous to that, I had cashed my check and hung money all over this ficus tree. So money's hanging all from the tree.
Why? Is this a custom in New Bedford, Massachusetts?
The day, no. The day before.
Remind me to go to New Bedford. Go ahead.
The day before, I was joking around with my wife about money growing on trees, so I figured.
Is this your wife?
No, this is my cousin.
Who's that lady?
This is my cousin Carlene.
Is she his
cousin?
cousin?
This is his mother.
Oh, Lord above. You got your mother on the other side?
Tell me about it.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this. All right, go ahead.
So anyways, I thought he needed help or something, and he waited till we got upstairs, and there's the tree with all the money hanging on it. He goes, "Oh, I need to borrow some money for my job the next day." So I says, "Oh man, I can't deny I don't have any money now."
Because your money's all...
Because he sees the tree, it's straight ahead.
Wait, what did you do? How much money did you take? Do you take the money?
A few $100 in 10s and 20s.
All over the tree?
All over the ficus tree in the living room.
Is it outside or inside?
No, it's inside the house, right next to
okay.
the TV. So when we came up, you could see it straight ahead.
Okay, so that it's a plant that you have inside the house.
Yes.
And you taped money all over it.
All over the tree.
As a joke because your wife was coming home and from work.
And I told her the day before that the money didn't grow on trees.
So you say, pick a branch, any branch?
I told my wife to go get a few 20s off the tree.
Had he seen the tree?
He saw the tree.
And what did your wife say while this is going on?
Well, when he said he needed to borrow, he said I'd get it back the next morning.
When what?
When his mother got off the boat from the vineyard.
Because his mom was at the
She
vineyard.
had his money. She was going to reimburse me the money the following morning because it was 2 days before Christmas, 2-3 days before
Was that
Christmas.
this last Christmas?
2010. So it's been a year and a half now.
Are you kidding me?
No, and I've seen him. And I thought I was at the musical Annie because he kept going, tomorrow, tomorrow. And I thought, what's up with this?
Oh, man, this guy.
So if it's a legitimate dispute, if you've got a legitimate beef, would you sue your cousin for $60?
No,
Why?
because it's my cousin and it's
But if your cousin does you wrong, if your cousin really stiffs you, would you do it?
No, it's family. Family's stronger.
What I don't get about that, I'm going to go back to you. What I don't get about it is, yeah, you say it's family, but that family's willing to stiff you.
Yeah, he's a bag. I'd sue him.
Going inside the courtroom.
What's going on?
He should be a comedian, first of all, because we grew up together and we've always, I've given him money, he's given me money, and it was never a loan. Just give it back when you can. And
That's
now,
a loan.
Yeah, it is.
That's just a loan with lenient terms. You got to give it back.
Understood. But I didn't never in a million years thought we'd be in court for $60.
Well, neither might I, but I take it. Watch this. Is this about $60? Or
This
is
is
this about
about-
the principal?
No, I'm here for my money. I see the principal enough when I was in school.
Obviously, I have
In fact, he paid. I'm looking at the paperwork. He paid $40 to get his $60.
To get my $60. And then he calls me up and he says,
see, that usually means to me it's about the principal because you're
Every
letting go
other
of
time.
another 40
Right.
to get your 60.
Right.
I mean, clearly the guy wants to get paid back.
Understood.
So
I
then in a
see
year
that.
and a half, why wouldn't you pay him back?
I was unemployed. I
You
just
didn't have
started
$60
working.
in a year and a half?
I did, but I didn't.
And you
I
did,
found
but
out-
you chose not to give it to him. Why?
I mean, I see my mother sitting on the other side, so this is like I'm pretty sure I already lost the case. But
why
you
is your
know-
mother? I haven't asked anything of your mother yet, but I want to know from you. Why do you suppose your mom is sitting on his side?
Judge, your guess is as good as mine.
Nah, because you've been there for the last year and a half. Has your mother told you, for the love of God, just pay this, let's get it over with, and don't let this get to the
Yes,
next?
Sean, when you get the money, pay him. When I didn't have the money, though, to pay him.
In a year
Just
and a
like
half?
when he owed me money, 8 months? I didn't sweat you for the money.
it was $5. That's
It's the principle, right, Judge?
No, I'm serious,
Principle.
though. I want to know why it is you think your mother's sitting there.
I have no idea.
Come
why
on,
my
Mom,
mother's
stand
sitting
up. Let's hear it.
there. I have no clue.
Why are you sitting there, I suppose, willing to testify against your son?
Because he should have paid him.
Okay.
He should have paid him, and he's had the
Because I
money
suppose
from
in a
time
year
to
and a
time.
half, he'd have $60.
Yeah,
right?
so he was unemployed for a significant amount of time, but he's had employment.
Yeah,
sp-
there's
sporadically.
$60 in a year and a
So
half.
he should have paid it.
Right.
Well, I'm really on this side because Sean told Brian when he borrowed the money, my mother's coming from the vineyard tomorrow and she'll pay you. And I'm like, I don't know anything about this.
Did you have his money?
No.
All right, so when your son
no.
says, oh, my mom will pay you, then does he call you to get paid?
He didn't tell me for a while.
Right.
That's what Sean told him. That when
And
I
then,
came.
so who do you learn that there's this little rift between cousins who got along so well? Who do you learn it from? Your son or
From Brian.
Through Brian.
Mm-hmm.
And do you go talk to Sean and say, are you kidding me? Pay the man the $60.
Absolutely.
And what would Sean say to you?
I'm going to pay him tomorrow.
Yeah?
That's total.
Your mother's a liar?
No. I didn't say she was a liar. He's lying, stating that I told him that she was going to pay me the next
What
day.
did you say?
I just told him how it usually is. I need $60. When I get it, I'll give it to you. Because my mother lives on the vineyard.
Did you work at any point in time in the last year and a half?
I just started work 3.5 months ago.
Okay. So how much you still haven't been paid $60 at work?
Excuse me?
You heard me.
I didn't hear you, Judge.
You heard me. The truth of the matter is you could have paid him before now. So I know there's something else going on. Because if the guy's sweating you for the money and he wants to get paid and he's your cousin and you have to be humiliated like this, then there must be a reason you didn't pay him.
It's just, I can't believe he's actually sweating me for $60 and going to take me onto court, national television court.
Okay,
$60.
well then I can't believe that you didn't just pay it and then avoid being here. Especially since he spent a year and a half asking you to pay it and so did your mother.
He's never asked me not one time for the money. You don't believe me, no?
No, I
understand.
don't, because your own
understand.
mother says that she kept telling you that he was and telling you to just pay it.
That's why
and
I
that you
said-
kept telling her tomorrow the same way you were telling him.
Well, that's why I said once I seen my mother, it was a wrap.
It's a
Pretty
wrap.
much.
$60 verdict for the plaintiff.
Show me the money.
Well, it does happen that family members sue other family members for $60 when they want their money.
I guess.
So you shouldn't be so surprised that we're surprised that you made him drag you into court to do this.
With my mother.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, why didn't you just pay it? This wouldn't have happened.
Didn't have it to pay. You can't get blood from a rock, sir.
You mad at your mom for going on the other side there?
Oh, well, kind. It's my mother. I can only be so mad, but.
All right. Okay. All right.
All right, Sean.
Right down there. All right. Come on in here.
Thanks, guy. Just watch your step.
All right. So the judge rules in your favor. You get your $60.
I'm excited about that. I've only asked him. I filed the small claims when I found out that he had a job. I went right down there and filed that. And here I am.
You think he tried to stiff you? Or?
Well, I notified him about 5 times. I left notes on his car. I saw him, and he kept telling me tomorrow. His opening statement should have been once upon a time. So I'm paid.
All right. Okay.
I won. I'm happy. Thank you.
Harvey?
Okay, real short point. When money changes hands, there is always a presumption that it's a loan. The person who gets the money has to prove that it's a gift. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.